about how have you started all this beautiful journey about career and career guidance?
Yeah, well, I was in politics for many years, and when I decided to leave politics, I wanted to train as a coach, as a life coach, because I'd been coached myself during my time in politics, and I found that so useful and so supportive. So when I started, I did my training as a coach, but I found that a lot of my clients were coming to me and they were talking about their careers. So I suppose when you set up a business, you start to niche sort of areas of interest. So I decided a few years back to really, go for the career side of things. And of course, I had been a careers advisor many years ago with young people. So I suppose it was a natural fit, really. So now I focus particularly on career changes, people want to change their career, but also sometimes when my clients who come to me, it's not just about career, there's other things going on in their lives as well, which is important. So it is a bit of a mix of things, really, and it's about their whole lives. So
exactly.
Career is really interesting, and I think because we've gone through the pandemic, we are going through the pandemic, and I think people are starting to think more deeply about the way they want their lives to be. In terms of making changes. They're not going to compromise anymore. They want to do things differently. So I suppose discussions around career is a very good place to start.
Exactly, and I like because you told me before, of course, that career and life is one thing anyway. We have to see it holistically. I cannot approach career alone, separate than my own life. It is all in one. I totally agree with you. But you said something about courage, that we need courage for our career, of course, for our life. I want you just to explain it a little bit further about the courage.
Yeah. I have met so many people during my own career. I mean, I started off within education. I worked a lot with young people, and there's some wonderful young people, some wonderful people out there, but quite often what really stops them is the courage to make changes. They compromise. And I feel that my role is to really, help them to find that courage in themselves. Because once they can do that, they're almost unstoppable. And my role, I think, as a career coach is to really dig deep in them, to find out what really matters to them, what really, what passions they have in their life. Because once you establish that, you become very courageous. And I know from my own experience of being a politician, as a politician, there are so many things that you were involved with, some things you were not always interested in. But when I made a decision that I would focus on campaigns which really made me enthusiastic and passionate, I knew I'd be successful, because I would really go the extra mile then to do it. We can't do everything in life. We can't be a champion for everything, but it is about, finding that spirit inside you and finding that passion. And for me, I suppose my passion is that it's something which has always been with me. I think that there are a lot of people out there who need a voice. Then they need to they need to find that courage. I believe that there are so many people with fantastic potential, but they haven't been recognised up until now. So I think my role is to, encourage those people and to get them to give them that support, because the world needs these people. We can't just leave it to the people we normally see.
Yes.
We need good people to make this.
To try to find the inner power, to make the encouragement, the confidence, and then the people that they want to remain to their secure environment, to try to be there for them, to support them, to talk, to themselves, to find the courage, and then to go to their boss, to their manager, to discuss also think slowly that they are feeling it needs courage to do this for sure.
Yeah, because quite often if you don't address things early, sooner rather than later, what happens then? Somebody will just explode, and they'll just, you know, something, it'll be the final straw, as we say, and then somebody will say something or do something, and whoosh, it's because it was too late then. And again, I think what I do, you know, when I talk to my clients, it's about encouraging them sometimes to take small steps, to, you know, assert themselves. I mean, that sometimes that sounds a little bit over the top, but actually it is about, you know, having the courage to say to your boss or your work colleagues, well, look, I don't like what's happening here. Can we discuss it? And actually, the other side of it, though, is that sometimes we ourselves can be the ones partly at fault. It's not just not just people. We sometimes behaviours in us can, you know, can trigger things off as well. So sometimes it's about, you know, working out what it is about our own behaviour. And I know sometimes I get impatient. You know, I've been a boss, I've been a leader, and I know how impatient I've been. And sometimes, and I just, you know, just checking up on people all the time. And sometimes we got to examine our own selves as well, which is interesting, I think.
Yes, it is interesting. So we go to from career guidance to self-investigation to self-exploration, because all it comes within. After all, it is the within self, it's our self-awareness, actually.
Yeah,
I agree.
exactly.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Thank you. I think we're going to have an amazing, I love also this conversation. Very inspiring. Chris, thank you for accepting
Thank you.
all this. Thank you so much.